Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, two kids unzipped my cat's carrier and were reaching inside to pet my cat. My parents want my gifted deposit back. Family wants my cat. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Two kids unzipped my cat's carrier and were reaching inside to pet my cat. This happened a few months ago when I took my cat to a cat show. For those who don't know much about cat shows, when they aren't being judged, they hang out in large pop-up kennels. It's normal for parents to bring their kids to the cat shows, but this cat show had so many kids running around it was insane. I've never seen so many kids at a cat show. I have nothing against bringing your children to cat shows, just please stay with them and teach them to respect the cat's personal space. So anyways, my cat was sleeping inside a little cat cave inside of his large pop-up kennel. I went to go to the bathroom, and when I came back, two children had unzipped the kennel and one was petting my cat. Why would anyone ever open a pet carrier and touch a random cat they don't know? I would have never done that as a child. I don't know where their mom was, but the girl was saying that my cat wanted attention and that's why she unzipped it. But he was still inside his little cat cave that was inside of the pop-up kennel. They're lucky I have a ragdoll cat. They are extremely chill, cuddly, social, and known as the puppy of cats. Additionally, my cat volunteers with kids once a week, walks on a leash, and vibes with literally everyone. But I can't describe how upset this made me. I want to add that I've never had any issues with kids at any other cat shows, but this one. But another thing is that when I was taking my cat to be judged, a kid touched his tail and I had a couple other kids try to ask to pet him as I was taking him to be judged another time. Also, I had to fuss at some kids who went to another person's pop-up cat carrier and had their hands/faces pressed against the mesh to see the cat inside. BC, that's probably very intimidating for the cat. I want to say again that I've never had issues with kids at other cat shows. It what happened at this one, but for some reason there were so many kids. I would like to add most kids did have parents with them and were behaving well. Oh geez, can you imagine if the kid had left without zipping up the carrier? I show dogs that have very long hair coats, when they are ready to go into the ring it's like don't even breathe in their direction. I just spent 2 freaking hours blowing out and primping a 100-pound dog. I'm so glad your kitty was okay. I was always told to ask. Me too. A lot of kids were well behaved, but it still shocked me how some of the kids were acting. I 100% blame the parents. OMG, if I were watching those kids, I would be yanking them to the car so fast they wouldn't have time to even touch your cat. They'd be grounded until I saw fit. This makes me so mad that people don't find it reasonable to teach their kids to respect nature and animals no matter domesticity. My parents want my gifted deposit back. Today, I told my parents I am putting my house on the market as I've recently moved in with my partner, overlap, but whatever. When I purchased it, they gifted me £2,500 towards the deposit and signed the declaration to say I wouldn't need to pay them back or they wouldn't have any stake in the house, etc. I asked why, to be told they don't want me to have that money towards my future with my partner. We plan to buy together, because they don't see him as the right person for me. Bear in mind they've said that about every partner I've had, bar the one who was the abusive drug addict, but that's another story. What do? I have a copy of the signed declaration that the money was a gift. I still saved up the majority of the deposit, they just made up for the shortfall at the time. They regularly use money as a weapon against my personal choices. I am 28 for anyone wondering and been with said partner for 3 years. Edit, sorry, I should have said the house I own is circa 150 miles from where I'm now living. I have relocated back to where I am from as the intention was to be closer to family and friends. When I bought the house I was single and didn't expect to be doing long distance anytime soon. The property is also leasehold, so I cannot legally rent it out. I want to let the house go as I have no ties with the area I was living. It was simply because of work when I left uni and I stayed in that area for 6 years. My partner also intends to sell next year so we can buy together, the circumstances right now just make it more sense for me to sell mine now. There is a lot more to it than just this, it's just not really relevant to this post. Keep a copy of the declaration and hide it where they won't find it. They might be the type to rip it up to prevent you from using it in court. Better yet, make copies and only have the copies floating around. You need to stop letting them try to control you. You owe them nothing, so don't give them anything. If they continue to push their views on you, go LC. Safe deposit boxes are a thing. Take copies of important papers and store the originals at the bank. I would call your dad and ask him if they are having financial problems and if they really need the money they gifted you to help them out of a tight spot. Make him admit he doesn't need the money. Then ask why they are trying to extort money from you. He won't like it. You need clear, firm boundaries. Your finances are not your parents' business. When they want to discuss things that you want kept private, just repeat as often as necessary, "That is something I only discuss with my partner." When they disparage your partner, just repeat as often as necessary, "My partner loves and respects me." You are not treating my partner with respect and you are not treating me with respect. Either speak nice or don't speak at all. I would be very direct. I will not be manipulated into living your choices. If you want to be part of my life, you need to get your priorities in order. Follow through. Never say anything you can't commit to. Dear Abby said it best. No one can take advantage of you unless you allow it. Family wants my cat. I'm staying with my parents for a few months and they have another cat that doesn't really have a personality, so they love my cat. I have niece whose mother is now a vet and the niece keeps saying that she's gonna have my cat one day. I think she thinks this because I gave them my cat one time that they really wanted, but then he died of cancer. Anyway, it's just weird to me, like my niece is in 4th grade, so I know kids just say whatever, but my stepmom also says things about my cat like after I move out the cat is gonna be theirs. Jokingly, I think, I'm not sure. I would set a boundary with them. Every time one of them says they will be keeping the cat, no you won't, that is my cat and where I live is where the cat lives. Even if you have to get stern and they say, I'm only joking. Just keep saying it, especially since in the past you have given your aunt a cat that was yours. Yeah, I'll do that from now on cause I didn't want to come off as rude, but like they keep mentioning it. Make sure the cat is microchipped and has only your info on file. Also set up some boundaries. Nicely tell niece that you love your kitty and it will be staying with you forever. Firm but kind is probably the way to go here. Don't give them correct info when you move out. Tell them it's gonna be a good couple weeks after your actual moving day. Move that cat first. Look, someone once said that about my cat, so I told them no, you can have my cat when you shoot me dead, and pry him from my hands. Said the same thing to my mother when she suggested I sell all my stuffed animals cause I was too old. Surprisingly, no one ever follows through after that. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.